So I understand this is probably not the best day to talk about this because Kon Kneuppel has come out and scored 7 points today. But like, I'm gonna be honest. This man is ridiculous. I don't know how to describe it. Like, the word ridiculous is probably the only word that I can use to describe how Kon Kneuppel has been so far in his NBA career. And the Thunder, or not Thunder, geez, the Hornets suck. They suck. They got killed by the Knicks last night. They're terrible. But Kon Kneuppel, it is going to be extremely difficult to overtake him for Rookie of the Year if you're Cooper Flag. And I think Cooper Flag's been pretty good this year. I think VJ Edgecomb's cooled off a little bit. But like, and I mean this, I'm just gonna look at StatMuse and rookies points per game. He's ahead by miles, isn't he? He's like 3 points per game ahead of Cooper Flag. And I understand Cooper Flag offers more than scoring, but Cooper Flag hasn't. He hasn't been this, like, he's been an all-around good player, but he hasn't been this absolute all-around dominant force like he was in college. But also, his plus minus is way worse than Kon Kneuppel's. Their teams are equally as bad, but it's way worse. Kon Kneuppel is averaging 18.6 points per game, and he's doing it on 47% from the field, 40% from the three, and 88% from the free throw line. He is, like, realistically, there is a shot that Kon Kneuppel averages 18 game on 50, 40, 90. And most of the time, people pick it up in the second half of their rookie seasons. Look, I don't think anyone thought Kon Kneuppel was going to be this good. Like, if you look at his game log, it's scary. It's scary if you look at his recent game log. I know he had 6 points, but before that, he had an 8-point game and a 6-point game, but 28, 26, 28, 24, 8, 32, 16, 19, 30, 20, 24. So he has had 3 games where he's had 5, 8, and 6. And the rest of the season has been nuts. It's been nuts. And like, this is somebody that a lot of people thought was a reach at 4. Me included. I thought Kon Kneuppel was a reach. And the amount of people were like, oh, Kon Kneuppel was always going to be this good. Did you not see him at Duke? Yes, I watched him at Duke. I didn't think he was going to be this good. I'm going to be honest. I didn't think he was going to be this good. I watched him at Duke. I knew he was going to be decent. I had him around 6, 7 in the draft. I gotta stop. But like, he was, on the season, he averaged 14 points per game. He averaged less points at Duke than he is in the NBA. But he, again, was 50-49, was nearly 50-40-90. And I just thought, it's going to be harder to get a shot off the NBA level. I didn't think we were going to be seeing a guy who offensively was going to walk into the league as prime Klay Thompson. Like, that's pretty much what he is right now in the offensive end. He's somebody that genuinely is already one of the top players. One of the top players off the ball shooters in the world. He genuinely is. And like, when he was in Duke, obviously he had the really good first game against Maine. But like, again, that was a Maine team whose starting center was Irish, who I've played against and coached against their starting center. Like, that wasn't a great Maine team. And then after that, he averaged about 11 points a game until right before Christmas. So, like, to project that guy to walk into the NBA and immediately be this level of player is just impressive. Like, it is impressive. Like, I don't really know what else to say. Like, he is so much better than I thought. Again, prior to yesterday, in his 10 previous games, he was averaging 23 points per game on 67% true shooting on like way over 50, 44, 94 splits. It's crazy. It was absolutely crazy. And I think that in general, like, I think a lot of people thought that, like, worst case scenario, he was going to be a JJ Redick type sniper. I think a lot of people had that as their worst case scenario for him, and I think that's fine. I agree that was my pre-draft evaluation on him. But like, he just didn't have like he no one thought this was going to be. No one thought this guy was going to be this good. And as an off the ball player, he's one of the best already. Like, one of the best off the ball shooting prospects. Like, I'm trying to think of who are better off the ball shooting prospects we've seen this early in their career. Stephen Curry, yes, in that era, what he was doing in his era, Stephen Curry. Because Stephen Curry came in the league as a purely off ball shooting guard. Clay did not look this good as a rookie. Is Steph Curry the only like shooting prospect that has came into the league like this? Because we all kind of know that a lot of young guards come in with efficiency problems. Young wings come in with efficiency problems. But Kon Kneuppel just hasn't. He just hasn't. Like, and he's got some size. He's got the shooting. He's got an ability, not a great ability to create off the dribble, but some ability to take one dribble and get into a shot. Like, he is literally a better at everything version of Ace Bailey for the team that everyone wanted to draft Ace Bailey. Like, if you just look at how he's playing, obviously this is him. These are where he's getting his shots. Like, this is all replicable. And it's the reason why I liked Ace Bailey so much. Sorry, it's just one of his shots. This is why I liked Ace Bailey so much in preseason. Because I'm like, man, he's not a great on-the-ball creator, which is obviously a weakness. But if you're a really good off-the-ball mover, it doesn't really matter. As in a Klay Thompson. But, like, he's there setting screens and immediately just flaring out. Bang. Like, they're the type of things where it's like, you don't have to be the best on-ball player, but if you become the best off-ball player, you get your gravity off-ball. In that scenario there, you can be used as a screener. You can be used coming off the... you can be used as a ball handler. You can be used coming off pin downs. You can be used coming off flares. You can set the flares because of the way they have to guard you. The next step, really, is becoming... And like, he's already good off-ball mover. The next step is when you're setting those screens and the players are trying to jump the flare, being able to just dart back door and be the best at that. And it's like, I don't see how Kon Kneuppel is at any stage in his career not Klay Thompson. Like, and Klay Thompson is one of the 80 greatest players to ever pick up a basketball. Like, I don't know if the Hornets is necessarily the right place for Kon Kneuppel to play, because this is a disaster of an organization. But he is somebody that can absolutely be a high level contributor on a really good team. And maybe we're just jumping the gun, or maybe we're just early. I reckon it's the former. Or I reckon it's the latter. I reckon we're just jumping the gun. But anyway, yeah, that's the video. I'll see you guys.